Picture a 4-year-old sitting alone at a table. In front of her, one marshmallow. She's been told she can eat it right now, or she can wait 15 minutes and get 2. Then the researcher leaves the room. And what happens next, captured on grainy film in the late 1960s, became one of the most watched moments in the history of psychology. Some kids grabbed it immediately. Some stared at the ceiling. Some covered their eyes. Some sniffed it. One child actually licked the table around it, refusing to touch the marshmallow itself. But here's what nobody told you. The real story isn't about willpower at all. Walter Mischel was a psychologist at Stanford. He wasn't trying to rank children or predict their futures. He was genuinely curious about one simple thing. How do people resist temptation? What mental tricks actually work? He started the experiments in 1960 at Stanford's Bing Nursery School. Preschoolers ages 4 to 6. One treat, one promise. 15 minutes. The results were fascinating. Children who covered their eyes waited longer. Kids who sang to themselves waited longer. The ones who stared directly at the marshmallow, they caved almost immediately. Mischel concluded, self-control isn't about sheer willpower, it's about attention management. Look away from what tempts you, distract yourself, turn it into a game. Interesting finding, clean, useful. But then something unexpected happened. Years later, Mischel's graduate students started bumping into those same children, now teenagers, and they noticed something odd. The kids who had waited longer as 4-year-olds seemed different. Better grades, fewer behavioral problems, calmer under pressure. So Mischel went back and looked properly. He tracked hundreds of the original children through adolescence, and the pattern held. The longer a child waited for that marshmallow at age 4, the better their SAT scores at 17. The more socially competent they appeared, the more resilient. One test, one marshmallow, 15 minutes, and the world grabbed this story and ran. Parenting books were rewritten. School programs launched. The marshmallow test became the most famous experiment in child psychology. It told a seductive story. Self-control is destiny. Wait for the marshmallow. Win at life. Eat it early. Struggle forever. For 30 years, almost no one questioned it. Then in 2018, a team of researchers decided to run it again. This time with 900 children. 10 times the original sample. A far broader economic mix, not just families privileged enough to send their kids to Stanford's nursery school. The results? The correlation between waiting and life outcomes nearly vanished. And when researchers accounted for family income and home environment, it disappeared almost entirely. What had looked like willpower was actually something else. Think about it from the child's perspective. If you grow up in an environment where adults keep their promises, where the second marshmallow always arrives, waiting makes perfect sense. Trust the system. Delay the reward. But if you've grown up in an environment where promises get broken, where resources are scarce and unpredictable, where the adult might not come back with 2 marshmallows, eating the one in front of you right now is not impulsive. It's rational. The children who grabbed the marshmallow immediately weren't failing a character test. They were passing a survival test. They'd learned through real experience that waiting doesn't always pay off, that the future is less reliable than the present, that a marshmallow in hand is worth more than a promise. And here's the part that quietly reframes everything. Mischel's original kids were from Stanford's nursery school, mostly children of faculty and graduate students, an unusually stable, high-trust environment. Of course they waited. Their whole lives had trained them to trust that tomorrow would be better than today. The test wasn't measuring character, it was measuring circumstance. This doesn't mean self-control doesn't matter. It does. The ability to delay gratification is genuinely useful. But it's not a fixed trait you're born with. It's not determined at age 4. It grows, or doesn't, based on whether the world has given you reasons to believe waiting is worth it. The marshmallow was never really about willpower. It was always about trust, and maybe the most important question was never, can this child wait? Maybe the real question was, has this child been given a world worth waiting for?